Danny Segura here alongside Eddie Alvarez, who will be fighting Cowboy Cerrone at UFC 178. How are you?
I'm excellent, man. Came to watch some fights with my little guy here tonight, and laying back, enjoying the fights. Had a good week of practice and just relaxing.
So big news. You know, it's been a while now since we've seen you fight. You just got released from Bellator and onto the UFC. What does it feel like?
It's good, man. You know what? It's been a long time coming. We're 11 years into this sport, and I think the timing is perfect. It's right about time we go out there on a big stage in front of a lot of people, in front of the lights, and show people, what I'm capable of.
Now, how do you feel that your dad is now fighting in the UFC and not Bellator? Do you like it?
Yeah.
So, it's been quite a journey for you. Obviously the Bjorn era, now it's with Scott Coker. Talk a little bit about that process and how Scott Coker released you, because you did have one fight in the contract.
Me and Scott sat down. We talked. We talked through things. He was a little more apt to listen to me, a little less emotional, a little more business about things. And when we realized, the damage was done from the old regime, and he was ready to move on with Bellator and has Bellator going in a different direction, a good direction, and I was too. I was ready to move on as well, and go after this belt, go after the last promotion I haven't fought for, and get this world title. And I'm excited for what's to come in the future.
Did that change of Bjorn Rebney and Scott Coker, did that ever make you think that maybe you should stay at Bellator, or did you already have your decision made?
Scott's a hell of a promoter, and it definitely makes you think twice when a guy like that comes into play. Good guy, does right by everyone, and he's a man of his word. But I had my mind made up. I know where I want to go in the future. I know what I want to achieve, and it's at the UFC, and it's the guys that are in the UFC that I need in front of me to show the world what I can do, and that's where I can be number one in the world.
Now, talk about your upcoming fight, Donald Cerrone. How do you feel like you match up with him?
I love the matchup. He don't put on boring fights. I don't either. Rarely ever goes to the judges. I have one of the highest finishing ratios in the lightweight division, if not in the sport. So just having a guy like that who's willing to go to war, who's willing to take risks, go out there and put on a fight. I love them matchups. I do very well in them matchups. So could have picked a better opponent for my first time out.
Now, Rafael dos Anjos just beat Benson Henderson. He has a win over Donald Cerrone as well. If you beat Donald Cerrone, who do you think will get the shot? Yourself or Rafael dos Anjos?
I have tunnel vision right now. It's all about Donald Cerrone. It's all about Cowboy. It's all about going out there, performing, and beating that guy in front of me. Anybody else in the division doesn't really matter right now. It's getting past Cowboy and beating him in a dominant fashion that's going to show fans and show the promoters why I deserve to be number one in the world, why I deserve a title shot, and that's what it's about. It's an interview for me.
Well, Eddie, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck in your fight.